There's never been a better time to actually take an interest in, or go that one step further and actually select A-level politics. Politics affects each and every aspect of your life, from the moment that you wake up to where you happen to travel to, right across the globe. There are, of course, the more obvious connections. For example, everything that's currently taking place with regards to COVID-19 is affected by decisions that are made in politics and also in government at various levels. You also have the whole issue of Brexit, but actually going beyond that, the choices that you make with regards to the job sector that you go into, the institution that you happen to study at, whether you are going to fund your studies yourself or whether there'll be a degree of support, all of those decisions come back to A-level politics. So what kind of character attracts this, does this subject actually attract? Well, are you an individual who's ever wondered what the difference actually is between a Prime Minister and a President? Are you somebody who's ever started to think, why did people vote the way that they did when it came to Brexit? Were there any trends behind that? Why was it that the older generation would generally more leave and the younger generation would generally more remain? What was behind that? If you find yourself thinking what actually happens in the Houses of Parliament, apart from that one Wednesday exchange, what else do those individuals, those MPs, actually do? And finally, and not exclusively, if you ever look at number 10 and wonder what really goes on behind there, then A-level politics is the subject for you. As part of the actual course, there are 3 units. The first one is looking very much at UK politics. This is the idea of participation. This is the idea of electoral systems and how things actually run within our system. Unit 2 then focuses specifically on government. This looks at our constitution and it looks at the institutions that we have that keep this country running. You also look at ideologies, and by ideologies we are talking about nationalism, communism, socialism, liberalism, because actually those ideologies underpin all of the decision making that takes place in this country and affects every aspect of your life. Many students tend to combine politics with a range of other interests that they happen to have. So previously we've had individuals who have combined A-level politics with business, both BTEC and also at A-level. There are students who've combined it with psychology, literature, sociology, and even with health and social care. It really is a subject that lends itself to a whole host of combinations. And going forward, beyond sixth form, we have students who've taken A-level politics and have actually gone into the finance sector, the legal sector, and particularly looking at the route around working within organisations that relate to public service. We have individuals who have gone on to apprenticeships with PwC. We have individuals who've chosen the subject and chosen to then join the police force. People have gone on to university to study politics or actually combined it with history or literature as part of a social sciences or humanities degree. The subject is so versatile, it will lend itself to a whole host of careers, including individuals who go and do politics degrees and end up teaching, for example. The skills that we would expect you to really start to nurture, because of course we fully appreciate that not everybody necessarily brings these skills into post-16, because this is not a subject that you've studied previously. A high level of critical thinking. We do a lot of source-related work, which you are used to doing with both literature and also with history, but there's a heavy reliance on using sources. So the ability to think critically, to analyse and also to evaluate. It's particularly important that you know how to debate, which goes a little bit further than just being gobby. It's actually being able to form an opinion, sustain that opinion, and then really argue your point with full consideration for all of the other viewpoints. But don't just take my opinion for it. We have 2 former students who have provided some evidence as to what they found so useful and what they've actually taken from studying A-level politics. So please do have a look at both of those to support you in making your choices. At the same time, if you have any questions at all, please do feel free to send me a message on Class Charts and I will respond. And similarly, if you do see me within a lesson or you happen to see me around the school, you're more than welcome to put all your questions to me. Ultimately, it is about making the most informed choice that you can. But certainly A-level politics is a subject that is open to all and suits absolutely everybody. So do consider it. Thank you.
Hello Year 11 student, I'm Jamie and I did A-Level Politics, and let me tell you that it is a great subject. I picked it because I'd always loosely followed the news as a kid, and I just wanted to know more about what all those silly long words mean on the news and how the government actually works. The best part about A-Level Politics as a subject is definitely the debates that just sprout up out of nowhere and threaten to take over the lesson. There's always something new in the news every week that everyone's talking about, and everyone's got a different opinion about it, and it's just great to have that conversation every week. But make no mistake, it's a hard subject, it's very content heavy and full of intense essay writing, but that doesn't mean it's not interesting and enjoyable to learn about all the way through. So if you can tolerate the news, and you wish you knew more about how the government works, then take A-Level Politics, because your country needs you.